So I've spent another 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so detailing these drawings. There's a bunch of issues with it, but towards I guess, the attitude of perfecting the ADA requirements and some questions and some analysis that still needs to go on. But I think this is a really good start for this process. I'd like to make one more addition, and I'll zoom in here and we'll go through each one of these drawings. The idea here is I want to add a turning radius here, just like we would have in the. I'll drag another drawing over so you can see it. As soon as I can grab the pesky little thing, we're going to make a 5-foot diameter wheelchair floor clearance, and we're going to do it inside of the accessible area here, just as a way to kind of help scale that space. So I want to go and go to the bathroom floor plan and come in here and do an annotation, a detail line. We're going to make a circle this time, and we want our hidden lines, and we'll just go ahead and draw, which to be 5 foot is 60 inches, so we got to go to 2'6", and I've got to maybe zoom in here before I can hit the 6. There we go. All right, and that's just to illustrate our our turning radius, making sure that we're achieving that in this envelope. So let's just look at what we have for drawings here. I would like these walls to be pochette as a solid, but we've got them in a detailed level, and I have the detail turned up high because I want to show some of these other feature sets that are in here. This is really just an evaluation or a study model for us, just to start to bring ideas together. We have issues of just plumbing, which is kind of the HV or the MEP part of our conceptualization of these projects. And so what I've done is I've actually dimensioned the center lines of the two stalls, 5'4" apart, and then the center line of the sink. Those are critical for plumbing alignment. That's where the drain systems have to go in, where water supplies have to be brought nearby for configuring these. So those are critical for the plumbers to understand. The ADA requirements are the dimensionings of the relationship of the toilet to the wall, the length of the grab rails, clearances here. So those have been included. And the grab rails that we grabbed, pun intended, are a little bit bigger. This is 4 foot. The one in the sample that we have is 42 inches. So this clearance is a little bit tighter. But they're in pretty much agreement. There's a little bit of discrepancy that we have with the vertical grab bar, but I haven't reviewed the code to find out what issue that is. Then we've got our door clearance entered here, and then I've labeled that on this and dimensioned it, made sure that it was clear that the door was 3 foot wide. This should probably have a door label on it. I put all these labels on only just to help us to get into the mode of thinking that these are part of just technical descriptions. Because these items are actual BIM components, we probably could use the tagging tool. No, there's no, hold on, maybe I grabbed the wrong tool, so that it would adequately or excuse me, properly label these. Trying to see if there's another. Well, anyway, these aren't working well either, but material tag. No, I'm not seeing the proper tag. But if these are known items, they would have a tag with them. So let me see if there's anything in here that has a tag with it. No tag. All right, so I'll get off that train of thought. But anyway, I've gone through and labeled grab bar 2, grab bar 3, just very similar to what's labeled in the document, our sample document. And that's not a complete label of all the dimensions of that, but we know what the room width are, what the room's width and height are, or depth, an approximate placement of the partition systems, and the door isn't located towards this edge, but that can actually be varied a little bit without any issues there. So this is a pretty good start to calling out the details that are required for that bathroom. And this is something that's obviously well enough along to have another code review with to see what we have that's in compliance and what we don't have that's in compliance. So let's go back now and look at the whole bathroom drawing system. So we have that bathroom plan, bathroom floor plan, I've labeled it. I have a bathroom perspective, and I also have 2, and I have bathroom perspective 1 would be. And they're just 2 different little just tweaks of that same view. You could decide if you wanted to modify those or pick other ways of looking at your assemblies. And then let's look at some of our other elevations. This elevation is really just about this toe clearance. I guess one of the things I might do is I'm going to activate this. The only thing that's disturbing in this view to me is that this toilet back here really doesn't need to show. So I'm going to hide it in view. And now you get an idea of being able to see that toe clearance. Let's deactivate that. Here's our side elevation of our bathroom, the installation of the widths that we went through. We've got our heights. Everything is relatively labeled, and we have I think very few discrepancies here, except for our toilet bowl height. And we might actually just want to correct that right now. Let's see if we can do that by going to the actual, I'm going to go back over to this one. I'm going to see if I can grab this element. Let me click into this. And I'm going to try and copy that. And then we'll see if we can do this without having to, let's go to a plan view, and I'm going to do Control V, and it's got some problems with it, but I don't think that's a deal killer. And it's looking for us to be able to place it, so I have, but I want to just, I'm going to do undo that, and I just want to go in here now and grab these 2 toilets and replace them with the Bradley toilet, if we can find it here. Maybe I have to paste it again and not delete it. Now we'll leave it there for just a second, and we'll see if we can change these out. Oh, there it is. And this host condition. Well, let's try, we can't swap it out because it's a MEP product. Well, that was a lame-headed way to go about this, so I'm going to just undo that, because that other component is relatively sophisticated. When we go and do our plumbing for this, when we actually attach our plumbing components, we'll go back and see if we can correct that that seat height issue in our model. So, all right, once again, let's review back here. Let's go back to the bathroom floor plans. Like I said, we have the issue with that height, but otherwise we're pretty good. Lots of dimensions, all the callouts for all of the elements. And it looks like a lot of issues are dealt with, except for, like I said, this is 42 and 12 inches. And I'm not sure that either of those are code violations, so, or outside of the guidelines of the ADA. So this is an overall look at a sheet that I would, I'd expect a nice version of this, or an improvement on it even, as your submittal.